Everybody, it's the Herb Guy with the Elder Herb Shop. Welcome back to Where Science Meets Nature, a channel where we discuss the medicinal value of plants and other natural substances found in nature all around us, with a little bit of science. This is the view from our front porch, and I'm going to start a new playlist called Front Yard First Aid, and I'm going to list as many of common plants that I can find around here that you can use for first aid purposes. Today, I'd like to talk about the plantain plant. Now, I know many people have seen other videos, or you've probably even seen some of my postings in regards to plantain, and I've done a bunch of them. And anybody that knows us, they know that our common phrase around here is plantain for pain. Now, plantain is everywhere, and I'm not talking about the pseudo banana that people have. I'm talking about the actual plant plantain, and there's many different varieties of it. And for the purposes of this video, I'm going to show you at least 3 different versions of plantain. They all have the same properties. They can all be used for first aid, either immediate first aid or later on made into a tea. And we'll go into some more detail about it. Now, in our front yard, plantain is everywhere. We have plantain all over the place. We have some, like this one here. This plantain here growing right next to a whole different kind. Sorry about the shadows. Kind of hard to avoid them. But they have the same properties, and they do the same things. Now we're going to go up the driveway a bit, where I managed to pull a few out, and we'll go over some ways you can tell the differences and some things you can do with them. Sorry about the mess. Okay, this one here, it's called narrow leaf plantain. You can find it in the yard. As you can tell, it has narrow leaves, and it almost looks like grass, if you can see that. Here's the seed pod. The seed pod will have the long stem with this little seed pod here. I'm not sure how well that focuses, but that's the seed pod. The roots are very fine. There's one main root, and then a bunch of little smaller ones. This entire plant can be used. You can eat the leaves themselves in a salad. There's all sorts of good benefits for plantain, and I'll leave a link below in the description section for you to look up some research and some other benefits of plantain. This is just simply what you can do for front yard first aid. This plant can be used immediately. If you get stung by a bee, you can either chew it up or mash it up really good, like so, and then just put it right on your sting. You can dry the whole plant. The roots are usable. The roots also has the medicinal properties. The seeds, the seed pods and the flowers have the medicinal properties, and it's called narrow leaf plantain. You can see the striations as they go right up the leaf. I'll try to get a little bit closer there. All right, narrow leaf plantain. This one's called buckhorn plantain, and I couldn't find one that was actually going to seed at this point, but looks just like the other plantain, except it has a serrated edge around the side. Can you see that? A little bit of a serrated edge. Has the same properties. Loaded with vitamins and nutrients. You can put it in a salad. If you get stung by a bee, you can crush it up. If you get cut, like I have a small cut on my pinky, I could either hold it there on the cut, and it really does. It makes the pain go away. Again, the roots are very similar to the narrow leaf. The whole plant can be used. You can dry it. You clean it off, you dry it, and you grind it up, and you can either soak it in alcohol for a period of weeks, or you can turn it into a tea. You can eat it green. It's very useful in many different ways. That one's buckhorn plantain. And then you have this one here. This is common plantain. As you can tell, everybody can kind of recognize this one, minus all the bugs. Here's their seed pod. They have a bit of a stem, and then the seed pods go like this, and there's usually groups of them. I'm sure you've seen this in the yard. There's the root system. All of this is useful. It can all be ground up. You can use them all together if it makes you feel better. You know, if you just want to grab a whole bunch of plantain. Some of the compounds in there are maybe a little different, but for the most part, this is the same plant with the same properties. Easy to dig up. You know, get the soil a little bit wet. You get as many. There's quite a bit of roots there, really. But yeah, this is plantain. There's 3 different versions. There's another one that's called broadleaf plantain that looks just like this, only with a bigger, fatter leaf. I mean, this thing it'll get big. It's a big leaf, and it also has all the same properties. But yeah, there's your front yard first aid tip for the day. It's plantain. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like and a share. And feel free to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any more of our videos. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a safe and great weekend. From the Elder Herb Shop and the Herb Guy, goodbye.